Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the great magic show of the International Brotherhood and Sisterhood of Magicians, Ring 93. We're here in the beautiful Museum of Art, 701 Locust Street here in beautiful downtown Dubuque. We'd like to also thank Mediacom for being one of our sponsors. And we'd like to thank personally Margie Burr, who's in charge of the educational programs, and Kay Schrader, who's doing our videotaping today. I'm the MC and the club poet, Rob DuMA, and I'd like to start out with a little poem. This is a sonnet, and it's about the practicality of magic. Magic can teach you a great deal. You can learn skills that are much in demand. To an employer, you will appeal. A good job you can land. Magic teaches problem solving. It teaches a useful presentational skill. As a performer, you'll be constantly evolving. If anything can build confidence, magic will. Magic employs reading and following directions. It uses digital and mental manipulation. Learn from your mistakes, make corrections. You may become a big sensation. See TVs and movies? Magic has had a revival of late. Yes, magic as a hobby can make you first rate. Let me start out the show with a trick developed in the 1800s by a man named L.N. Hofzinser. And as you can see, I have an empty glass, and I have a really pretty, if I can find it here, yellow cloth. I'm going to put that in the glass as so, like this. And of course, we all know that all good magic is done under the cover of darkness. So we're going to go like this, and whoa! The cloth has changed color to red. Well, let's see what else happens here. One more facet of Hofzinser's trick. Let's see what we can do. And the yellow is back. Now I'm going to get off the stage now and invite Chris Westmeyer, excuse me. I do that all the time. I told him I was going to do this too. And he's going to do his amazing wonder rope routine. This is Chris Westmeyer.
Well, before we get started, we do need a brief word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, allow me to demonstrate for you the most magnificent marvel of modern manufacture straight from the Worldwide Warehouse Wheel for Wonder. It's the Wonder Rope. What's the Wonder Rope, you ask? It's a great question. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. The Wonder Rope uses the latest in space-age polymers and artificial intelligence to obey your every command. But just use the keyword "not" and it ties itself instantly. Wonder Rope is so easy you can even use it one-handed. Your busy lifestyle? Are you on the phone? Hey Bill, glad you called. Not. Wonder Rope also has 1,000 uses. You can even use it to tie your shoes. And if you should ever have the misfortune of having the laces come through the loops of your shoes, the Wonder Rope has you covered. With the latest anti-tangle technology, it undoes itself just that easy. Wonder Rope has all your knot tying needs. In fact, just use the keyword string of knots, and you can have multiple knots. And removing them is just as easy. Just use the keyword unknot, unknot, unknot. The unknot command is still under development and will be released in a free download. But you can use a manual override to remove any knots you don't. As I said, you can use a manual override to undo any knots you don't. Wonder Rope comes in a variety of colors to match any decor. Now I know what you're wondering. You're wondering about the Wonder Ring. Is the Wonder Ring and the Wonder Rope compatible? Yes, they are. Just bring them in close proximity. Use the keyword connect, and it connects just like that. You can even disconnect just like that. You can even use the Wonder Rope's commands. Not.
Wow.
That's the Wonder Ring. Now you can actually bring this in. Actually, let's go like this and connect. And the Wonder Rope is connected. And you can even connect them, have it solid there like that, and just as easy, disconnect like that. That's the Wonder Ring and the brand new Wonder Robe. Order yours today.
Bravo, Chris Westmeyer. Excellent job. I'd like to have one of our younger magicians come up. We'd have to have Bella Kiefer come up and have her do her fruit mentalism. Fruit mentalism. Bella Kiefer, here she comes.
For this trick, I'll need an assistant.
Yay.
So I want you to pick any food on this page and show the crowd, but don't tell me what it is. Let me know when you're ready. Ready? So now I want you to memorize that food, and now I'm going to figure out what it is by you answering a few simple questions. Is it on this page? Yes. 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 Was your fruit peach? Yes. Yay. Good job.
Bravo, Bella. Really good. Next up is Bella's dad, Adam Kiefer, and he's got a magical coloring book and card magic. Let's bring him on.
Hi, everybody. Well, today I brought in one of my favorite coloring books in the hopes that we can color. Something went wrong. I brought this coloring book in for us to color together, and all my pictures are gone. This is not good for my trip, so let's take my magic wand here and see what we get. Look, all of our pictures are back and ready to go. Well, now that we have our pictures back, we're going to color this book in. We're not going to color it with crayons. We're going to color it with our imagination. So what I want you to do is I want you to start thinking about your favorite color. And what I want you to do is I want you to pull it out of your head. Okay, hold it real tight. And then at the count of 3, we're going to throw the color that you're holding onto the pages of this book. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Look at that. Very, very nice job. Great going. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. I am on to a card trick. If I find out which pocket I put the cards in, I do need somebody to come up and pick a card. Pick a card, any card. Can we have our assistant from before come on up?
Yay.
Yes, give her a hand. Pick a card, any card you want. Okay, very nice. I'm going to turn my back. You're going to show that to the crowd, and you're going to make sure I don't see it. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Ready? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to have you place that card anywhere in the deck you want. Is that where you want that? Okay, very nice. Now, a lot of people think I forced the card to the top in this trick. But is this your trick? Is this your card?
No.
No? Right, here we go. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place the cards behind my back. Okay, and as I do, I'm going to take that card out and I'm going to place it reverse order in the card deck. You ready? So, what was your card?
10 again.
The 10 of diamonds. Well, luck would have it that the card I turned over was the 10 of diamonds. Thank you.
Excellent, Adam, excellent. And next up is our 5th grade teacher and an avid runner from Lancaster, Wisconsin, Margaret Buston. And Margaret's going to do 2 card Monty, Silk Effect, and the Houdini box. Let's bring Margaret up.
Hello. For those of you that don't know, my regular job is teaching, although Bob did tell you guys that, so thank you. And I've been teaching for a lot of years. My first 5 years teaching, I focused on getting my master's degree. So I was always learning, always in school. My second 5 years, I focused on getting my social studies endorsement. So at year 10, my principal came to me and he said, now you've got your master's, now you've got your social studies endorsement, you need a new goal. You need to learn something new. Well, I was always learning. I was a teacher. But he said, you need to pick a goal. and it needs to be something fun. Well, I'm not a fun person by nature, so that was the first struggle. So I thought about it all that day, and I knew he was going to be coming to me by the end of the day. And in math, I was teaching some multiplication things, and I thought, man, math is pretty magical. And the word magic stuck with me. So I decided that day that my goal was going to be to learn magic. So the first thing I did, after I told my principal what my goal was to invest in some magic tools. A magic wand made sense. A magic hat was important too. And a book of magic tricks. So I had 3 new tools that I was going to use. Now, I need your help with this part. I had to choose which tool was going to be most important. My magic hat, my magic wand, or my magic book. Now, I'm going to write a prediction for what you think is most important. You don't have to tell me yet. And I don't actually want you to tell me yet. But I'm going to make a prediction for what you think will be most important for those tools. I'm going to tuck it in that book. We won't see it till the very end. But I learned a lot of tricks to begin with. A lot of them were card tricks. So today I'd like to share with you a card trick that only requires 2 cards. But I brought my full deck. And I'm just going to take the top 2 cards. All the rest are going to stay there. All right, looks good. So I've got a 7 of hearts and a king of spades. I want you to choose one of those cards for me to make disappear. Reverend McCrae, will you give me one of those cards to make disappear?
7 of hearts.
All right, so we are going to make that 7 of hearts disappear. But what I brought back was the...
Whoa.
How'd that happen?
Whoa.
Let's try it again with the other card. So now we've got the 7 of hearts, and again the king of spades, but we're going to make the king of spades disappear. So what should be coming back?
Oh.
Right. So card tricks were the easiest for me, and I learned lots of them. And then I started to do some research, that teacher in me, about famous magicians. And famous magicians like Harry Houdini. So Harry Houdini is probably one of the most famous magicians, and he's most famous for his escape stunts. And when I was learning about him, though, I learned that he loved his elephant, Jenny. Have any of you seen Harry Houdini with his elephant, Jenny? Awesome, thank you. Well, you might know then that in a crowd of hundreds of people, he made Jenny disappear.
Whoa.
An elephant. Now, we aren't going to bring an elephant into the Dubuque Art Museum, and I can't make an elephant disappear. But I have a photograph of Harry Houdini with his elephant Jenny, and with a little magic wave of our wand, we need that tool, we're going to make Jenny disappear. So there's Harry Houdini and Jenny. We're going to close that box up. We're going to wave our wand. And we need a few magic words. Give me a few magic words. Abracadabra, alakazam, peanut butter, and
Presto
pickles.
chango.
And Jenny has disappeared.
Whoa.
Now, remember back to the beginning when I was talking about which magical tool was most important, and I recorded what your prediction would be. Chris, what was your prediction for which was most important?
The book.
The book. And believe it or not, I wrote book on the prediction.
Whoa.
Today I leave you with the most important lesson in magic. Magic is simply believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen.
Well, that makes us all wish that we were in somebody's 5th grade class, doesn't it, huh? Really good. Yeah. Bravo, Margaret. Next up, we've got Mark Capella, and he's going to demonstrate his card location routine. Let's bring Mark up. Come on.
Hi everybody, let's have some fun. As you imagine, I have lots of cards at home. I have my practice decks, my performance decks. I even have collector's decks, which are so pretty I don't even want to use them. This deck is supposed to be a practice deck. When I cracked them open and started working with them, I found unusual things happening. Things just seemed to work. I didn't have to look at it, I didn't have to put any effort in it, I didn't even have to try. And things just worked. So as I played with it more and more, I realized this deck actually has magic in it. Our photographer Kay has volunteered to help me with a little bit with this. And usually I have Kay handle the deck, but because of COVID restrictions, I think I'm stuck doing the work. Kay, I think we need to cut the deck. Would you like me to cut the deck thin, thick, or in the middle?
Thick.
Thick. So I'll take most of it off. We'll cut the deck. Would you like me to cut the deck again?
Yes.
Thin, thick, or middle?
Thin.
Thin. Very thin. And one more time, would you like me to cut it, or are you happy here?
I am happy.
Okay, as you wish. I'm spreading the cards out on the table here. I'm going to take my index finger and move them over the cards. When you think the moment is right, I want you to say stop. And that way we'll select your card. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Stop.
Okay, I have my finger here. Is this the card you want, or would you like me to go a little bit to the left or to the right?
That's fine.
That's fine. So, there's your card. I don't know what your card is. You probably don't know what your card is, but the magic deck knows what your card is. So we're going to ask the magic deck to help us. So, since it's your card, I'm afraid you're going to have to work with the deck. Would you please say, magic deck, what is the color of my card?
Magic deck, what is the color of my card?
C-O-L-O-R. Magic deck says your card is red. That's not enough to figure it out. Let's go for a number. So ask the magic deck, please, number your card.
Magic deck, what's the number of my card?
N-U-M-B-E-R. Says it's an 8. It's a red 8. So it's an 8 of hearts or an 8 of diamonds, but we still don't know what it is. Your card's there, the matching card's in the deck. Let's ask it for the matching card.
Magic deck, what is the matching card?
M-A-T-C-H-I-N-G-C-A-R-D. The deck says your card, the matching card is 8 of hearts, which means your card is?
The 8 of hearts?
No, 8 of hearts is the matching one.
Okay.
So your card must be?
The
8 of diamonds. And it is.
Wow! Thank you so much.
Thank you, Magic Deck, and thank you all for watching.
Jim McRae is pastor of the First Presbyterian Church in Galena. His congregation is housed in the oldest church building of any Protestant denomination in the Northwest Territory. Here's Reverend Jim with a new game show. Let's bring him on. Come on.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to a brand new game show that I just invented. I even gave a lot of thought to a new name for this because I wanted to come up with a name that no one has ever used before. And I thought, and about after 3 weeks maybe, I came up with the name. Let's Make a Deal. And Margaret, would you come and help me with this, please? I would like to ask you to make a guess. Would you like, or just make a choice. Would you like what's in my hand? Or wait, just let me put that back. Let me get this. Would you like what is in my hand or what's behind curtain number 1? Everybody, help her out.
Curtain number 1.
Curtain hand, come on.
Hand.
All right, she wants the curtain, and that's a good choice because there's nothing in my hand. Before I show you what's here, I want to tell you just a little bit about this. This is a piece of furniture, French provincial furniture. It was found in the village squares of towns all over France in the late 1700s.
Whoa.
Now, I have instructions for this. If you would like to help me with this, perhaps you could come back on this side. In fact, I'll put them down here, and if you kind of get on your knees and put your head through this little slot here, you can read the directions.
Oh.
I have all my faith in you.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you get ahead.
You got your lesson plans for Monday?
And the instructions say,
Oh,
you're in trouble now. All right, what we're going to attempt to do is pass this solid surgical steel blade right through your neck, hopefully without causing any problems. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, I want you to not be afraid because I am prepared in case there's an accident. It's an extra large bandage. All right, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, oh, excuse me. Margie said if we did this, we shouldn't make a mess. There. Oh, I forgot to clean it up after the last time. This guy was so nervous he couldn't stop talking.
Oh.
Kind of lost his head over the whole thing. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, wait. Margaret, your husband told me that if you were to come up here and volunteer, I should give you this note. I'll tell you what, I'll put it in there. You can read it when you get down there. 1, 2.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Well done, Jim McCray. Margaret, you just about went to the head of the class. Here you go. To close our show today is our club president, Walking Magic Bob Beardsley, who was the only man in the 168-year history of the University of Dubuque to teach a credited class in magic. I'd like to thank you all for watching and turn the show over to Bob.
Okay, Rob, thanks for that great introduction. And I'm just in awe of what I've seen so far. I told a couple of people in the audience, I can't believe how far this club has come as far as performers, and I think everybody would agree with that. And keep in mind, we didn't have any meetings for, when's the last time we met? Maybe it was here, the show we did in March, I think last spring. We do have a magic club in town. Unfortunately, because of the virus, we've not been able to meet since March. The club contact information and my contact information is here at the Art Museum if you need to find us. Our website, help me out, Magic365, Facebook, magic365.org. Does that sound right? And I'm going to need a couple volunteers. I think Bella volunteered to do this. Bella, if you would come up and just stand right there for me. And just face the audience. Do you have any superheroes? Who do you like for superheroes? Wonder Woman. That's pretty good because that's pretty close to my favorite superhero. Mine was Superman. And what I liked about Superman is he could fly. Do you remember what his cape was? What color his cape was? Superman? Red. This is the same kind of material. And I'm hoping this cape is going to give you some superpowers. Now, one time I did this, I had a girl come up, and she ended up flying out the door and flying down the street. And that wasn't good because my insurance didn't cover that. But so we're going to restrict this a little bit. Press on this and you'll see how this is. Okay. What I want you to do, in fact, Adam, I'll have you come up and stand on this side of me. If you would step on the bench, face the audience, and just sit backwards on this board. All the way back. Back a little farther. Now swing this way so your head's toward your dad. And lean back and get your pillow. Slide back this way a little bit more. You can slide toward your dad just a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. And if you kind of hold the pillow. Perfect. Superman's cape. Let's give her the power of the superhero. Okay, let's scoot back toward your dad just a little bit more if you can. You feel like you're falling off, but that's a little bit more. A little bit more. There we go, perfect. This is so she can't get up in the middle of the act and run away. Okay, so how does she look so far?
She looks good.
Jim, if you could come up for a second and just pull this chair out. Okay.
Whoa.
Hold her up right there. Now you've probably done leg lifts in school before, right? Keep your legs really, really
Whoa.
keep your legs really straight, and go ahead and drop this. Let's give her a big hand. Okay, didn't you hurt? Did your blood pressure up? Were you nervous? Perfect. Let's give her a big hand for being such a good volunteer, because one of you almost got this spot. Thank you very much. And this concludes our show.